Hi. Hello. Hello, everybody. Having a little drink. Hello, Sunday group. Hi there. Welcome. How's everybody doing tonight? Hi, Felice. Are you having fun with Rachel still? You guys been painting the town? I came on at 7:30 because Rabbi Roz, I have to tell you something. I started early tonight for you because I know you're in the time zone that's an hour later. I look more well rested. I've literally no makeup on except eyebrows right now. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're mostly just hanging out chatting. Sounds delightful. I would be hanging out chatting and drinking some wine. To me, that sounds like sangria. I love sangria at this time of the year with like real apples and oranges and stuff. They have a really good one at Trader Joe's. They have like good wines there that they tell you about that you've never heard of, and I swear they've like never steered me wrong there. You're an early to bed kind of gal because you wake up so early. I hear you. I hear you. I'm a night owl. My mom used to always say to me, "Are you going to teach first grade night school?" My son is the same way. We're both like wide awake at night and like kind of draggy during the day. My husband, total morning person. Total morning person. Gets up, gets everything done. I'm like the snooze button kind of person, and I push it as long as I possibly can and can go late. Like I would stay up late studying and doing things. It's genetic. Everyone in your family is exactly the same. You know, we did something, I think it was in high school, in one of my classes where you had to take your temperature every hour, and your basal body temperature rises during the most active part of your day when you can do the most. And it was so weird. All the night owls, their temperature went up a little bit at night, and all of the daytime morning people, their temperature went up a little bit in the morning. And it was kind of like an interesting little science project. But yeah, who else is here? There's somebody who's not commenting. Everybody should get in on this. God, I have so much to say here. So, oh, it is all starting. Hang on a second. I need this bullet pointed all in order, start to finish. I did all my work on my phone today. So Instagram is like really strange right now. Uh-oh. Sorry. My dad's not well and I have to look and see. Sorry, guys. We're trying to get a fence put up at my folks' house because they have a dog. Hello, Maria. Okay, you guys, Maria's video of 12 Chanel foundations in natural light, in studio light, without makeup, with primer, with the powder and the makeup, every single foundation. It is literally the Chanel foundation video that everybody needs to watch. I've watched it twice now. I can't figure out what my favorite's going to be out of all of those, and I think it was epic and deserves, like, if there was like a Academy Awards for videos, Maria would be a winner. It's such an amazing video. Like, incredible. It must have taken weeks. I can't imagine having a full face of 12 foundations and makeup in all of the lighting and all of the editing. Incredible. Incredible. Hi, Maria. Great video on that Chanel foundation. I found that I have to try so many of them. Completely agree. It was such a comprehensive Chanel foundation review. I'm sure it took ages. And can I say it is going to be one of those evergreen videos that stands the test of time and will always be going back to. It was seriously amazing. Like I haven't seen anybody do anything like that before. And I've seen try-on videos, but this was there was such a calmness to it and such a realness that came through. Like, this is makeup that you really wore and you really had on and you really did do all the steps, and it really took as long as it did because it was so authentic. I'm just grateful to have found it and that I can call you my friend, and that it is such an amazing thing that we can live on opposite sides of the world. It's already Monday where you are, and we have that relationship. It's incredible. I love how you organized it too, by least to most coverage. Me too. And it made you not tell us like your favorite. Aw, thank you. For real, Maria, it was absolutely incredible. Okay, my sister again. Sorry. So anyway, we're trying to do a fence for the dog so that it's going to be a little bit easier for them to manage. But we'll see what happens. Okay. So I was talking to one of my friends about this time of year and in the beauty space. And I feeling panicked, almost like paralyzing for thinking about what's coming our way. And it's a lot. It's August. Let's put some perspective on this. We still have August, September, October, November, December. We've got 5 months of this year that we have to think about. So I kind of put everything into an order that we can talk about it, to kind of center ourselves with this new thinking that we don't want the most, we just want the best. And we are willing to forego some of the craziness and focus in on the things that we really want to have. Let's start with Labor Day. So Labor Day is the earliest that it can be. It's the first this year. And it's always September. Kids go back to school, start of a new year. And everything that they have that is summer. So sorry. My dad is being so difficult, you guys. You would think that we were trying to like take the dog away or something. And it's just, I'm sorry. I definitely felt hysterical around the 4 new Chanel quads, and honestly, none of them are that great, and I bought them. We bought 2. I bought 2 also, and I haven't gotten them yet, so I really can't say. My dad is making it seem like we're taking something away from him, like he can't walk the dog. It's so unfair when he's not feeling well. My mom has to do it, and it's hard for her. So, anyway, let's go back. Felice bought 3. So, what's everybody's overall impression of their Chanel palettes? We don't get the Chanel quads until the 28th. I still can't decide what to get. You know what? I'm just going to say this. I think that this launch was meant for Asia. And if we like it, great. And if we don't, I don't think that they care. For me, none of them is a standalone palette. 100% agree. Jen from All Feisty did a look with one shade from each of the 4 palettes that I liked the best of any look I've seen so far, and it went from light to dark. Interesting. I do think the brown palette's going to come in handy. I always like a good brown for me. I'm so sorry, you guys. The 209 barely shows up. I haven't tried brown yet, and I just ordered the 229. So I've seen some videos, and I think that if you think about using a liner with each of them, like I love the Victoria Beckham liners. They smudge just perfectly. You get like playtime. Here's just copper just for the discussion because I was kind of looking at all these palettes. If you have some of these liners that you can smudge out and have this be, underneath, and then you kind of do your pretty things over it, I think they'll be really nice palettes. I know that this is how most makeup artists work. They work from a liner, and I don't know about you guys, but I have a lot of liners. And I generally use my black one just to kind of go between my lashes because I still like black mascara versus brown. But when it comes to making a look that you want to really last, a liner underneath goes a long way. Okay. I have some secrets that I want to tell you guys, but it's going to be soon. Okay. All I'm going to say about the Chanel is just wait and see what's coming, because I haven't seen it leaked anywhere. That's all I'm saying. I did not know this until today, but if I was a betting woman, hold your horses and wait, because it will be worth it. $219 is the brown. The colors are rich and pigmented, just haven't worn it yet. Will be a go-to for the fall. The pink one, $209, is so light. I'm fair and it didn't show up well in my eyes. You know what? I saw a comparison from Han Beauty with the Prada lightest nude palette and that one. Let me grab that. I think it's in here. Highlighter. Holiday. Of course, it's in my other box. Give me 1 second. Okay. Here is the lightest nude palette from Prada. And it is extremely similar to the pink peach one. And this palette, a lot of people did not love because they said it did not show up on their skin. This is what it looks like swatched. I use this palette so much, and let me tell you why. I can use this as a base for any kind of like glittery, pretty, sparkly thing. Maybe you could pair the brown with the pink. I thought those two might go well together, but I passed on 209 because of that. It didn't wear well. The Prada is similar and wears much better. Interesting on the wear. Again, with those lighter ones, I think you have to start with a smudgy liner. When I use this Prada, it is incredibly smoothing on the eye, and it does give me a really nice frame, especially when I'm pale. Like, I'm never not pale at this point. I used to be like a tanaholic. But these colors do amazing things when you're trying to do a little shimmer, a little sparkle in your life. And everybody has certain sparkly palettes that they enjoy. And when you put these two things together, you can get a very subtle, very pretty, very sparkly look that is super light. Because of that meaning, it was so light. I tend to think that we have to look at releases with new eyes now. It's a global economy, and we kind of looked at the pieces of the pie. They make a fortune. The Chanel LeBlanc collection was never even sold in the United States until, like, the internet got big and people wanted it. They actually made the makeup for them. The Chanel 209 seems like a base product. If it weren't for my liner, it would have looked like I wasn't wearing eye makeup. Yes. I think they go beyond subtle. But I think that there is a lot of things that you can do if you add a liner or if you add just one of your basic, everybody has like that one matte palette that they can go to that has just a nice color story that works. That is disappointing. I wonder if you could return it. Not showing up on your fair skin isn't okay. I agree. I'm not going to buy anything else until I see you, Maria or Liz, demo it. It's funny. Ooh, geez. So sorry. It is, hold on one second. This is my mother. My mom is trying to explain to my dad that the fence is for her, not for him. Okay. Even if it means I miss out on a limited edition. Okay, let's talk about that for a second because that's one of the things I wanted to cover tonight. I can count on one hand when there was real scarcity, and I'm going to remind everybody of one. There was a Tom Ford collection that came out. Beautylish had it. There were 2 palettes, and one of them was like all these taupes, and I can't think of the name of it right now, but it'll come to me. I didn't get it, and I'm still mad about it, and it really annoys me. I have also just heard that the blush, the famous blush that I can dupe for even better quality, is not going to go anywhere. It's only going to be at the Tom Ford boutique and on their website, that $100 blush. And then I read that there's a new lipstick collection coming. If you guys have been on my Instagram today, you got to see a picture of some of the new lipsticks that are coming, and they're only going to be in certain stores. So they're playing with us. Yes, Metal Lust. Thank you. And I know Molly feels the same way because both of us were devastated that we didn't have this palette. I'm starting a new thing today called Don't You Forget About Me, because it's like our anthem. Don't you forget about me, because there are so many things. I was so happy when I shared the palette the last time we talked that was from Linda Hallberg, because Molly wore it to work the next day and pulled it out and said she loved it so much. And we went on her website and they are discontinuing that one and there's a new one. So it wasn't real helpful that I suggested that was my Don't You Forget About Me. I have heard that the LV quad is going to be $180 US. Can I just say something? I think they're doing this to be performatively exclusive. Like, we're going to make makeup that's really just for like the really rich people. When Natasha Denona and Pat McGrath came out with the $125 major palettes, we all had sticker shock, right? I'm not kidding. I've worn it every single day. Molly, I love you. I hope I'm wrong. You know, I have heard the same thing. I have heard that the lipsticks are going to be $110. Now, I'm not sure, but I think it would have to come with a tattoo that said, I'm wearing the brand new LVMH and I'm so cool. How, I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand. All of these luxury brands are going insane. Like the Chanel palettes, tell me if I'm wrong, they were not this expensive a year ago. What was the price of these? Like $85 now or $82? I feel like that it's gone up a lot. Does anybody remember? Sydney Grace did a dupe of Metal Lust and I wore it the other day and it was amazing. It lasted all day and cost under $30 for the 4 shadows. Will you please send me the names of those shadows? Because honest to goodness, I am making that palette if it's the last thing that I do on this world. I still want that palette. I'm still completely affected that I didn't get it. The lipsticks are going to be 118 pounds. I mean, it's insane. They're justifying the price with the limited edition pouch. I could give a rat's ass if there's a pouch made of, it would have to be like diamonds or something. I feel like they used to be 62 or something. I do too. Or they like $65, even 70. Okay, let's push it. They are not $85 before. 86, yes, I will send them to you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I really, you know, when there's a dupe of something like that, it makes you stop and think. I just read, and I don't remember if I put it on my stories, but the brand Emco that literally makes a copy of everything, like they make it look exactly like the Charlotte Tilbury, you know, highlighter thing. What the heck's it called? The, come on, help. The flawless filter. And then they make one exactly like it. I just saw that they got an investment of over $1 billion. They got an investor to give them over $1 billion to expand. It's stunning. That's stunning to me. The pouches are very cheap this time. Yeah, I heard that they weren't the best. I still haven't gotten it. So Sydney Grace isn't Tom Ford, but her shadows are nice. And don't you love the fact that she's a small brand? And that's one of the things I'm here. I'm going to try to stick to my talking, at least some of my talking points tonight. I still love the tweeds. And you know what? I still love the one from last year that had like the green color and it was so beautiful. What the heck's it called? I'm gonna have to grab it. Somebody put the name of it. Chanel comes out with too many products now. And I feel like the rainstorm has been the Calm Chanel and the Insane Dior. How many things have come out from Dior in like the last couple of weeks or the last month? It's insane. The blushes, we had the lipsticks, we had the palettes, we had the other blushes. It's insane. There's so much makeup. You only have one face. Let's hope. You know, like I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not falling for it anymore. This is what I want to say about Labor Day sales. Think of it as a clearinghouse. Think of it as the company has all this stuff and they just want to like sell it for the least amount of money and get rid of it and make room for all the new product. So if there's something that you've been romancing all summer and you're just waiting for it to go on sale, the sales will be coming. Labor Day sales. I looked at the ones from last year. Brands were giving between 20 and 25% off, and the department stores were at like 15 again. Sephora had a bunch of stuff that they offered, and Ulta. But generally speaking, for Labor Day, I look at it as something that I've been putting off buying or getting things that I use on sale. Your mascaras, your liners, your micellar water, your skincare, the things that are perennially needed. I feel like those are things that are really important to get, like during a sale. I think that that's a good way to spend your money. But what happens is that they rain down all of the advertisements and all of the influencers, and they send them the stuff, and they put things on the affiliate channels that people use, and you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, it's on sale. What a great deal. I should really buy this because, oh my gosh, it's like on sale. Except you really want to stay focused. And this is what I think I'm going to do, and I would like to suggest it to everybody else. I think it's time to take stock in what we have, and it's time to throw things in the garbage that are spoiled and old. I don't like if they cost you a bunch of money and it smells rancid, it's time. If it's a powder, for me personally, I'm hanging out with it for a while. I like the powders. But it is so important to remember the don't you forget about me's. I'm grabbing the one for today. This palette spoke to me in ways that many palettes do not. It's the Lumiere de Verre from Tom Ford. This was from Holiday. I think it was, I don't even know if it was last year or the year before. This palette, you could go to a fairy ball with this stuff on. You could go to any occasion, anything fancy, anything where you just want to be high class, gorgeous. The colors in this palette are so incredibly beautiful, and the way that it looks on the skin is just gorgeous. These shimmers are insane. It's like a glow, and it catches the light, and you have a gradient, and you can build a look with this. Don't you forget about me. This is a palette that some people saved up a really long time to buy, and it's such a good palette. We all have treasures that we are going to unearth, and I promise you that every single video that I do from now until the end of time, I will have a don't you forget about me. It is such a good palette, and we have to be like, I haven't worn this in a really long time, but you kind of have to go through your stuff. I mean, it all depends on how organized you are. And even though some of these are out, when I go to get dressed up, I've got like this one and my Imperial Moon are like my kind of go-tos for just that dressy look. And that other Chanel one that I can't think of the name of, that I wish somebody would put on here. It had like the metallic greeny color from last year. Anyway, this is my Don't You Forget About Me of the day. I am sure that if you don't have Lumiere de Verre, you have a Tom Ford palette that you spent a ton of money on. And it's just sitting waiting for you to take it out and go for a little spin with it. So my advice is find one of those that you love. I'm going to tell you guys to ignore social media during this Labor Day thing that we've got coming. Everything is going to be on sale. Go through your stuff. Do you need blades for your Dermaflash? Fantastic time to get one. Is your Dermaflash dead? Is it going to be like 20 or 25% off? Are any of the tools that we use, hair tools, skin tools, things like the current body mask that I'm really enjoying and what we're going to talk more about, zips or the conductive gel for the zip, all of those things are so good to buy when they have huge sale. The worst thing that you can do is say, oh my gosh, but look at it. It's totally on sale right now. I've got to get this. It's totally on sale right now. If it's not something that you've romanced for a really long time, I say put your blinders on and look forward, because I saw the dates of the Sephora sale are into November. Thanksgiving is super late. It's like the 20 something. It was like, however the calendar went, it goes like really close to December 1st, because I just looked at the final schedule for my son and we were talking about it. So we're going to be inundated with summer stuff that they want to get rid of. Then it's already started. I mean, there was a little trickle of holiday that started. The fall stuff has started coming in. It is going to start raining fall. And the things that you cannot find will be in every store. The good news is that there isn't a single staple I need to replenish, so I should be safe for Labor Day. And I'm going to suggest people take a little bit of a digital diet. I tend to not watch the news on the weekend, and I'm so much happier. It's a little devastating on Monday, but I just need a break sometime. And I think that during these crazy sales, when you really don't need anything, it's a good time to have a digital diet. I have regrets buying that new Chanel quad. It's not worth $93. Hi, Heather. We are kind of all feeling that right now. And I haven't gotten mine yet, so I can't give a real opinion, but I think there was some disappointment that a lot of people have felt with these palettes. And the swatches are usually, when you've seen enough of them, I agree, Heather. Just ordered 3 of the Dior blushes since they have become available here. Hope they are good. I have not even bought one yet. I'm looking at Peony, and I haven't pulled the trigger yet. They still have 2 of those deep shades not available. I did see somebody swatch Oud. Is that how you say O-U-D? Oud? I would never know how to say that word. It was very patchy. Like very patchy. And I can't remember where I saw it, but it was very patchy. I ordered 3 of those, Maria. They actually looked very good. The Canadian influencers got them and have reviews up. Rabbi Roz, tell us what colors you've seen. I've heard they are great. You should be safe. Okay. I'm going to order a couple. But let's all remember how much blush we've acquired this summer also. It was kind of the summer of blush. The most exciting thing that we heard about today was Natasha Denona is actually coming out with a foundation. How long has it been? I got to pull up that picture. I went completely crazy when I saw it. I was so excited. If the formula is anything like the bronzer, I think it's going to be insane. There are 55 shades. I got the shades Daisy, Petal, and Orchid. I'm looking at, they really look beautiful. And they look like almost moussey. I think the ND one will be too glowy for me. Okay, let's pull it up. Let's go to trend mode. She had the whole thing. By the way, everybody, Amit is in, I think, Rome. I saw her, something online with her, and she is still working on her blog. And if you're missing Amit and learning about her releases, please go to her blog and give her some love. All right, let me pull this up. Okay, here we go. So it is called the High Glam Foundation Hydrating and Blurring Long Wear Radiant Serum Foundation. Okay, let's just talk about hydrating, blurring, long wear, radiant serum foundation. High Glam. 8 words. It's a Google search. It is a Google search of foundation. I will say, where is it? I organized, and so I don't know where it is. It was just sitting here. This is what I would say is a serum bronzer. I'm venturing to guess that it's going to be a similar formula. I didn't find this to be overly glowy. What are you thinking about this one, Maria? Did you pick up the bronzer? For me, it was very skin-like, very spreadable. I mean, this is not obviously how you would wear it, but it's very even, dries down. It's not dewy. Orchid was one of the shades I wanted. Rabbi, did you get the 219 quad? Too many words, but I'm excited at Serum Foundation. If that is the brown one, yes, I got the brown one and the purple one. So far, both Sophia and Han liked the purple the best. So I went back and got it. I held my horses on that one because I have so many lavender and purple and palettes. I usually buy them. And I love the Suku formula, so I took a pass because I do have some beautiful ones from them. But I understand the attraction completely. Anyway, I hope that this new foundation is good for all of us. I hope that it's really skin-like. They do look like they're very glowy, but we know that she has a lot of glowy products. I have to say the shades are impressive. 52, I think, was the number that I read. 52 shades. And it looks pretty evenly distributed, except for maybe the very, very light, but she seems to have every undertone covered. Reminds me very much of the organization that she had for her concealers. And, you know, we just got from, where did I put it? Somewhere over here. The serum foundation from Armani, which was excellent. I thought really thin. So it feels like this is sort of the formula that everybody's kind of going to be giving us. I got the brown one too. They all basically look the same on the lid, and the lighter one is useless. Not light enough. I like the second shade on the bottom, but not exciting in any way that's worth the money. She understands undertones so well. Yeah. I mean, we still have 2 conversations going here, so exciting, darn, autocorrect. I got it. And I have a problem with one eye, and when I'm holding my phone, if it's not angled, I hit the wrong keys, and it's really annoying. I have combination skin and was really concerned about all the serum foundations coming up, but they have worked well, so I'm hopeful. That's a good sign. I agree. I got the brown one, and there isn't enough variation in depth of tones. The color I like best is the taupe shimmer. You know, I'm going to start looking at quads very differently. We are used to looking at larger palettes. This is where we were for a very long time. And when you have a palette of this many colors, I think it's okay to not like a few of them. Like, I don't think you have to love every color in a palette to buy a big palette. When it comes to a quad, let's just randomly pull one out. It's a good one to pull out because a lot of people have it. The 100 palette from YSL. I think a lot of us really love this palette, and we love every color in it. And when we're talking about a quad, you get to not like a smaller percentage because you only have 4. And like everybody said, the palettes that they bought from Chanel are not standalone palettes. That's like a difficult concept. Yep, Raj, the same shade I like. It will work for me in the cooler months. It's just summer where I would prefer to look like a glazed donut. Maria, we've all seen your gorgeous skin now. You can't say that. You looked gorgeous with no makeup on. It's no, oh, Eclate Nuit. Thank you. Yes, it is. That was Eclate Nuit that I loved. It was. And it's a great palette. It's how I look at quads. I want to love every shade. It's just getting to the point where they're overloading us again with one thing. And then came more singles this year. I think that I'm going to have to love every color from now on, unless the other 3 are like at a level that, you know, I can't even handle myself. Like if it's the color of my dreams. I don't know when that could happen, but I guess never say never. I adore the YSL Captivating Dunes. Me too. Me too. I really think the YSL formula is chef's kiss. So good. as is the product. Although today I found out from one of you that their palette got very crumbly, which I thought was kind of yucky. I just need like a little bit of chapstick. I don't have anything over here. All I have is lipstick. All right, whatever. I adore the new YSL also. I really hope that this Natasha Denona foundation is a good one. In looking at the pictures, I think she has done a very good job of not imposing fake stripes on non-people. This shows me so much more than when they do like those stripes that are not real, or you look at the color and it's the same photo, but they've superimposed the color on everything. These are real people. It reminds me of what Lisa Eldridge did. And I think it's very smart. When you can find your skin twin in the photos and then go and try these in store, I think it can be a win. I should have gotten the one over Brun instead of that 219 or even the Obscure Claire. Oh, I love that one. Almost bought instead and changed my mind at the last minute. I started to say like the LeBlanc collection was never meant for us. And I truly think this was in Asia first because it was their palettes. And I think that there were 3 people in that collective that have been doing all of these launches. I think there's been a lot of repetition, and I think like a lot of disappointment. There was a collection that came out when they first started that had blushes that were duos. It was like you touched it and nothing came off. It was like the weirdest thing. The quality has been just all over the place. I think we got sucked into the hype. I really like her discontinued foundation. It was great for oily skin. Oh, she had a couple foundations. They were amazing. And I went to a store because she didn't have she wasn't out in very many stores like with a kiosk. And I found one that had her stuff and I got to swatch all of her foundations. And I was like, it was like being in heaven. Truly. There were so many of them. And she had like 3 different formulas. I'm still mad about the Camellia Future Quad. Why? You don't like that one either? I love that one. I love the taupe. It's such a good taupe. It's such a perfect taupe. I almost bought a backup of that one. But then I remembered that I have other taupes. But yeah, I know. It's like they say things like it's so limited and we report that to you because it is what we've heard. But I kind of feel like we got what was left. It looks like mud on you. I'll buy it from you. I didn't buy that one, Felice. I went in store to swatch and the blush and wasn't impressed. There's a lot to be said about shopping online versus going into a store and touching makeup and interacting with it. The statistics you gave last week about the percentage of the beauty market share that Asia has was astounding. Me too. The amount of makeup they buy equals the rest of the world. It is so true. Like when it was explained to me by one of the head people at Tom Ford, they said, "Have you seen the movie Crazy Rich Asians?" And I said, "Yeah." He's like, "There are so many that will buy a ton, and they like that really light aesthetic." I always have to buy online. It's got to be really hard, Maria. I don't know how you find like foundation matches. I can understand ordering like pretty blushes and eyeshadows and stuff, but it's almost like throwing darts. I don't know how people do that. Jen went on how limited it was, and we needed to jump right away. And I feel like all of a sudden they will pop back up. So I'm sure most releases start out for Asia. Heather, they definitely will. They also buy and resell them for more money, I have noticed. I have noticed the same thing because I look aftermarket for Suku a lot because once it's gone from like Cult Beauty and Selfridges is where I usually buy, but like I went back into the catalog, and my next video is going to be sharing all of Jorge's makeup that he did for Suku. And I want to show you guys a very reasonably priced brand. Like the quads are like $52 or something like that. And they remind me of the Chanel that we all loved. Except one thing more is that the eyeshadow lasts all day. Like lasts like, you know how you go to take off like some of Natasha Denona's eyeshadows and it looks like you just put that on and you can't believe you're taking this makeup off? That is how I feel about Suku. And I can't wait to share with you guys a brand that, yes, may be hard to find because it's not in the US, but I took the plunge and honest to God, it brought me back to YouTube. That was what brought me back to makeup. I have one Sephora in my area, but they don't carry luxury at all and no high-end department stores. So try things in person. I have to be traveling to another city. I also have to buy 99% online. Wow. The one thing that is a plus is the return policy that Nordstrom has and that Sephora and Ulta has. In the Europe and in the UK, there's none of that. Same, Rabbi. I have to buy most stuff online. I can buy Chanel and Dior at Dillard's, but that's about it. I have a Kohl's, Sephora, and 4 Ultas, and that's it. And did you guys see that the Target Ulta thing is over? I don't know what happened there. I thought it was kind of brilliant that women could be like, yeah, honey, I went to go buy our paper towels and our laundry detergent and that new blanket. And they could like stick like little makeup products in when they were there. Thought it was kind of smart, but I don't know what happened with that deal, but it fell apart. I have a lot of Suku. You just have to be careful because they dupe themselves a lot in their eyeshadow quads. Interesting. I haven't been with the brand long enough to be duped yet, but the last collection that he did for winter was not the holiday collection. It was the pre-holiday winter collection. My 2 favorite palettes of the year last year. And my Ulta, there are 3 in my area. They don't carry luxury in store. Half of the stuff from Ulta is online. Because most Ultas are right beside Target or like in the mall across the way, right? It makes no sense. I feel like the Target Ulta was the only stuff that no one buys. I agree. It was like Ulta from like 5 years ago. Like there was nothing exciting. It was like all like the staple, boring, nothing exciting. Interesting. I feel like we may be at a turning point here. And I kind of hope that we are, because makeup was so. And then I feel like there was an intense amount of competition, and and the quality of things really came up. And then there became this like luxury versus prestige thing, like brands that wanted to be affordable to us and brands that wanted to be aspirational. But the aspirational brands at that point were generally not more than, okay, the big Pat McGrath was like, okay, 125, fine. And the big Natasha Denona. But like even the Chanel and the Dior palettes back then, I want to say were like $65, $70 tops. And all of a sudden, they're elevating their prices because I think they don't want to be seen as pedestrian, or I don't know what the word is, like not luxury enough, like Hermes, Chanel never goes on sale. That was like a thing. And now all these brands are getting in on the luxury, and it's like they want to keep outdoing each other, and they're going to price us out of it. Does it matter? Do we care? I feel like the Target Ulta was only stuff like that. How about the graveyard of makeup that is at TJ Maxx and Marshalls? Designer makeup. There is so much of it. So my advice is ignore the noise for Labor Day. If you need a device, look and see if there's going to be a sale for Dyson, for Zip, for Current Body, for Higher Dose, like things that don't go away, things that help you long term, refills on things that you use, and stay away from the other noise. The other thing I want to say is I'm going to do a whole video about Rhode, which is the Hailey Bieber brand that is going to Sephora Tuesday when we meet on our regular live. I am going to show you, I think I have almost every blush. I think I'm missing like 2. And I don't have any of the lip products anymore, but I can really talk about them because I tried them. And I bought, basically, I think I have all of the skincare here, and I'm going to go through and tell you about everything so that you're not wasting money on things that I think are not worth it. I'm going to give you the honest review on the Hailey Bieber before she comes to Sephora. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I won't be trying the LV. There has to be a limit, and $200 for an eyeshadow quad is really nuts. I, I agree. I agree. If they want to be that exclusive, when it comes down to it, they can't invent a new color. I mean, we have a certain amount of colors in the existence, and I know Pat is very innovative and she's had some really amazing formulas, but I got to tell you, what else is there at this point that hasn't been invented? We have so many different kinds of eyeshadows now, so many different formulas. We have so many different lipsticks. I'm really just not sure, other than the components and things that they do to attract us with packaging and the name. I don't know what could be new. I heard they're selling Guerlain quads like Imperial Moon and Safari One at Burlington stores. I'm sure. When stuff is going to expire, by law, they probably dump it. I doubt that I would even find a color story. From what I have seen, I would be willing to try for that price. They're making it seem like a Birkin. That's like what I'm equating it as. Like, it's crazy. I need Makeup by Mario to come out with a mauve color story palette. Yes, because his matte formula is the newest. Palettes are one of my most used. I'm moving toward less pigment, easy to blend and build. Isn't it interesting? The thing that all of those influencers, and I am calling them that because it was the influencer era, when they would show us the swatches and they weren't pigmented, it was like, how dare they even put that on the market? And now I'm like, give me buildable. Give me something I can control, not too fast over here. I want something which, on the one hand, would be like these new Chanel palettes, but then there's buildable. And I like buildable. Buildable is comfortable, isn't it, Molly? It's just so nice. I saw a Vogue photo of the collection, and LV has actually created makeup cases like a 5 lipstick holder case in their monogram leather, and it's going to be very fancy. Rabbi Roz, is it something that I can pull up to show everybody? Is it in a magazine or is it online? And do you subscribe? Is it free, or how did you find that? Because I haven't seen that. Yes, Molly, a Makeup by Mario mauve palette would be perfect. You know, there is something to be said for makeup artist brands. I'm talking about the real makeup artist brands, the ones with passion, the ones that created products that they wished existed. And I think that those are really successful and cool because they understand what looks good, especially on film and in real life for red carpet. Yes, Robert, I have seen makeup printed scarves. I'm trying to think where I saw it. Let me see if I can find it and who posted it. That's fine. We got plenty of time to talk shit about Amazon. I would be down for a Makeup by Mario mauve palette. I'd be down for anybody to do it. And I'd be down for Natasha Denona to give us. Molly and I have this planned out in our heads for so long. She needs to come out with the platinum palette because she's done the gold and she's done the bronze and she's done all of the different metals, and she's never done like the color story that we want, that would be like navy and platinum and mauve colors and like a cool toned dream, right? Molly and I have like made that in our heads all the time. Ooh, Dior's new fragrance, Rose Star, is available. I do not need it. I do not need it. Maybe I need it. You don't need it, Maria. Everybody has their weakness. And you know what? I think it's okay. I think it's okay. And you don't have to apologize for having a passion for something. I have a passion for taupe eyeshadows and apparently a color that I'm going to talk a little bit about called deep mauve, like a mauve color, a deep plum. I have a significant amount of makeup that is all the same color. And that's another thing. Like we talked about with the duping each other, it comes down to formulas for me at this point. I have to like a formula. I can't believe I'm still sitting here with no makeup on. And people who don't know me are going to be like, that woman's looking haggardy. Yes, our imaginary indie palette. It is. We love that one. I love taupe and mauves. Me too. So maybe we have to think about what we love. I do love fragrances, neutral makeup, and sheep. See, you can come out and say that. I feel like we're at a makeup moment where the truth is coming out and where you really have to draw lines of what you're willing to do. There was something that came out at some point last summer, 2 summers ago, that were like the neons. Do you guys remember that when they brought all that neon makeup out? And all I could think about was like when my hair was like this high, this tall. We were listening to, Cyndi Lauper and, it was the beginning of like MTV and that whole period of time. And the makeup mistakes were tremendous. I put a thing on my social media today that I reposted it. If you're going to do the 90s makeup, be really bold and tweeze all your eyebrows out. And I was thinking, like, please don't, because they're never going to grow back. Like, we're the generation that learned the hard way about eyebrows. Sheep. Oh, we want to see them. Taupe and mauves are mine too. I could wear mauve family every day. And if you think about it, there has been more orange and peach makeup lately than I can even believe. And I know that people with a warmer skin tone love it, but like, we need a little love in the cool category. Okay, so we talked about that. My next thing that I wanted to share with you is called Share and Rediscover. I am doing my Don't You Forget About Me. And I think I'm going to start asking you guys to bring one also. Like, if there's something that you unearthed in your collection, it's not like you have to do it, but if you do find something that's like amazing that we haven't seen in a really long time, could you like throw it in the chat so everybody can like check that out? Because it's fun. It's so great to think like, oh, I loved that. I had to have that. That was so amazing. And now it's sitting in a drawer or a box or on a shelf or wherever. I have a warm skin tone and you won't catch me dead in peach, orange, coral, or pink eyeshadow. Because you have a vibe and we're old enough to have a style. They're not going to turn us into something that we're not, but like Maria said, like fragrances, sheep, like that's her jam. We all have one, right? Please share those with us. Give us your fancy night makeup favorites or your during the day going to the work kind of favorite things or the most hydrating lip products. I also think if you can't remember what you bought last year, go on YouTube, type in holiday 2024, and all of your big YouTubers are going to come up. And it was a period of time where all of the thumbnails had all the makeup on them, like with their face big. And you'll see like there's so many changes in what they want on the thumbnails, but there is an enormous body out there for free that you can look at and go, oh yeah, I remember that. Everybody got that. Everybody was talking about this. It's really easy to find just by Googling, or not even Googling, YouTube searching fall makeup 2024, holiday makeup 2024. You will see it all come down, and you can look at it and think to yourself, I bought that. I've used it twice. I bought that. I've used it a ton. Bought that. Never touched it. And it's just a way to bring back the memories. It was almost traumatic when I was talking to this one person today, like already so overwhelmed by just keeping skincare in the house and trying a few new things. But the thought of the avalanche that's coming towards us was a lot to take in. Same, Heather. I am cool, but I can't do any of those either. Take out your Tom Ford Violette Sateen quad. I love Violette Sateen. I love it, love it, love it. And the one that went with it was the khaki velours. I think that was at the same time. Gorgeous, both of those. Violette Sateen was a special palette and completely gorgeous. Do you guys want to see it? Let me know. I'll pull it out. It's right behind me. Don't worry about the Louis Vuitton. They are going to shower us in their fabulousness, no doubt. Or metallic mauve. I bought the smoked topaz and never touched it. Really? I love that one. I think that the Tom Ford craze might be at an end. I really do. Unless they come up with some really interesting formulas and bring back maybe the wet dry or something creamy. They need to shake things up a little bit. And I think with a new person in charge of, you know, all of the clothing and now the beauty, it's a lot. And Estee Lauder's had their hands on his makeup the whole time. So the really good collections came from Charlotte Tilbury at the beginning. I'm a cool tone gal too. Not only can't do anything orange, yellow, and coral, but a lot of pinks turn orange on me and cool tone neutrals. Yes, taupes, purples, mauves, and murky blues. We all know what works on our skin tones. Tom Ford Nude Dip is my all-time favorite palette of any brand or formula or size. It is a perfect palette, isn't it? Just classy and beautiful, and you can pull it out and no matter what, it's going to look fantastic. It like does the magic for you. That's what I want to do. That is what I want to buy now. I don't want to buy it just because it's out, it's in, people are talking about it, because in 5 minutes, they're going to go a completely different direction. And I think that the pace of things, the way that it's not just seasonal collections anymore, that they're dropping one SKU at a time now. So there's a launch and a launch and a launch and a launch. And like it kind of never stops. Whereas when we were growing up, you know, the summer stuff would come out for spring and summer. And then the fall and winter stuff would come out. And that was clothes and makeup. And there was no fast anything. That was just what there was. And now we're being fed a very, very fast diet. Take out your mini ND my dream palette. Oh, that's such a good one. Such a good one. It's got that gorgeous mauve. Natasha Denona Glam palette is fabulous. Honest to goodness, it is just one of my favorite palettes ever. Ever. I love it. I love it so much. I wish that she would kind of revamp it with some of like her new formulas that are like even thinner, because it's such a great palette. I used the Nude Dip Shimmer over the Chanel Quad yesterday, and today I used the Tom Ford Daydream first shade and then tapped a little Imperial Moon Shimmer in the center. It needed something lighter and shiny. Isn't it fun that you can like piecemeal things when you really know what's in your collection? It's so powerful. And so I think what happened I think what happened. Beauty YouTube started and everybody jumped on learning how to do makeup, with the contouring and the cut creases and the cat eyes and the fake eyelashes and all that stuff. And then we started learning about quality, and it was about the performance of things. And now I think the conversation has gone even further that we are becoming beauty literate and skincare literate. And I think that a lot of that has to do with lifting up the curtain the way that the lipstick lesbians have. And I think that there's a whole new way to be educated about the beauty industry and makeup that we probably shouldn't know about, but we do. And it's good. It's really good. I agree, Heather. I find myself creating my own concoctions every day. I can rarely do a look with one palette anymore. Well, the palettes are smaller. We're used to those big palettes. Okay. Lost my place. My phone closed. I also just want to reiterate that we have to be skin first, makeup second. Makeup is the fun, but it's not going to look great if we're not worrying about our skincare. So when that stuff goes on sale, I say go for it. I was saying at the beginning of the live that Jen from All Feisty did a look with one shade from each of the 4 Chanel quads, and it was the best look I've seen anyone do from this collection. I think that that's kind of sad. I think that it's a little bit sad. I want to love everything. Sorry guys. Between my mom and my sister texting me and trying to like keep this together, I'm having a rough time. Let's talk for a minute about scarcity and holiday exclusives. Last year at this time, let me just read these last 2 comments. Skincare is so important. I agree. I might take out the Chanel LB Light palette to pair with the 219 tomorrow. I heard that the Le Beige Fair is discontinued. So if you see it anywhere and it's something that you want, pick it up. It is, Michelle. I think the rule of having to like all 4 shades of a quad before purchasing is a good one. I think that you have to when you do the math. When you had the bigger palettes, it was okay. It's why I did not pick up the oversized palette last holiday from Chanel. I was like, I'm never going to wear these like circus colors or whatever. It just didn't work for me. Okay, I want to just remind everybody about this from last year. I paid very close attention to this and I want to talk about it. All of the brands that we love, think of them all. I tried to list them. Victoria Beckham, Guerlain, Givenchy, Tom Ford, Bobbi Brown, Charlotte Tilbury, The list goes on. MAC, I mean, just every single brand. Think of them all coming at us at once. They did this thing that wasn't just the annoying, only UK gets it, only the EU gets it. This is going to Asia. This went to Canada. This didn't come to the US. All those games that they played, let's remember that is the first layer. Second thing, each retailer got an exclusive on an item to begin with. For instance, let's just make something up. A brand new YSL palette is coming. And it goes to, let's just say Bloomingdale's for the sake of just making something up. Only Bloomingdale's would have this palette and the other palette, and everybody would have to keep waiting for it to go like in and out of stock in that one store. And each of the retailers gets an exclusive from every brand for a short period of time. Nordstrom will have one thing. Neiman Marcus will have another thing. Bloomingdale's will have another thing. It'll be real interesting because the Bergdorf Goodman Neiman Marcus connection was always kind of there. But now that Saks has all of those, I hope it's not going to be the Bermuda Triangle of makeup. I have it. I would not be opposed to a brand letting us make our own quads and pick what we want. Hello. That was like the idea for Hourglass, wasn't it? I've been looking at the Le Beige light for forever and no one has it. It is discontinued for sure. I know that it is. I saw it on Nordstrom not long ago. I bought it last year on Nordstrom. It comes and goes in stock. Sometimes you have to go on the web and like go to like one of those like I always call it You're Looking Fantastic because that's what the names are like, but they get a lot of the stuff at the end when it's gone. So they play games not only now with the different countries, but also please know that each retailer, well, it'll be like, oh my gosh, like Macy's got the Armani lip glosses. They're the only ones. We have to go buy it. It's a contract. Each of them gets something from the collections to have it be on their website for a short period of time. And eventually, everybody gets it. And it's everywhere. And it's not really scarce. They made it seem scarce because it was exclusive to one store for a period of time. That is when people go into that panic mode of, oh my God, I have to find that palette and I have to find that palette and that's the palette and that's the only palette and it keeps going in and out of stock. And think about just that YSL green palette that we just had this situation with. And I wore it and I like it and I'm glad I have it and everything, but it was not the end of the world palette. It just seemed hard to get. YSL played some games with us with the blushes. This retailer and this country had these colors, and then they didn't send these over here. And so everybody wanted what they couldn't get, and they created this like scarcity feeling. I don't like that. I don't like being played with by brands. I don't like games. I feel like I'm too old for this. It's like these Labubus. I can't even go there with people because I just cannot stand those things. But it's things like that that people, it's not healthy. It's the only way I can say it. It's not a healthy relationship to have. If they want to offer something and see if I'd like to buy it, I'm in. Show it to me. Let me see it. Put it everywhere. I don't like the fake scarcity stuff that they're doing. And I don't like, I'm just going to come out and say this. This Amit having her account taken down by one of the large brands, we all know which one it is, was a really horrible thing that they did. When you think about what Amit does, Amit is like a PR sieve, and they put things through her to get to us. And for them to turn on her when a product was already available in the world on a platform that prides itself on being a photo sharing app, I have issues with that. And I don't think it's fair. It's one of the reasons why I am going to have I'm so close to my website being done. You guys, I like stay up until like 3 o'clock in the morning building this thing. And it's like an impossible thing for a Gen X person, but I just don't want to pay like somebody like thousands of dollars to do it. So I am doing it step by step by myself, but it's a place where I can show you the things that I find without feeling like I can be removed from a platform. I'm still wondering why Givenchy never released their bronzer to the US when the rest of the world got it in April, and it's not being released till after summer here. It's so stupid. Exactly. And what happens when it launches in one store and keeps going in and out of stock? And then it'll launch widely and it won't be a big deal anymore. You know, it kind of bothers me. I will say that the one exception to the scarcity rule that I noticed last year big time is that outside of the United States, advent calendars are huge, especially in the UK. And there are lists that people get on a year in advance to pick those up because they love them. They are beloved. They are traditions, and they have an incredible following. I have to put some lipstick on because it's all I have sitting here and my lips are killing me. Let's see what we have here. Oh, something that I've bought more than once. This is the number 3 from Sicily called Crush. And honestly, it's a delicious balm and I love it. And I'm glad that I have more than one. But it feels so good. I needed that right now. Heather, it's such a good question. Hi, everyone. Hello. How are you? I like your little doggy. Can't wait for your website, Michelle. Me too. I'm excited. It's going to be so nice, you guys. We're going to be able to live chat anytime we want. It's going to be really nice. I don't even want it anymore. I know. Like, don't you feel like it's enough being played with? It's like holding like candy in front of you, like, and they keep moving it, or a carrot or whatever it is. They took too long. I was watching Amelia's recent video and she said that Harrods Fragrance Advent Calendar already sold out. Yeah, and there's like the Liberty London one is huge, and it's a tradition for them there, and they're really special, and they may charge $500 for them, but you're getting like $9,000 worth of product or whatever it is. It's a thing there, and so those things you don't wait. It's kind of like when things are actually limited edition, and those have to be because it's a calendar. You're going to need a new calendar every year. It's kind of brilliant. Why is everyone so obsessed with the advent calendars? I don't know. It kind of reminds me of when people do the that thing that Beautylish does, the lucky bags. If I can't even figure out what I want, how am I going to just get a whole bunch of stuff that didn't sell with maybe one really great thing and give them money? I don't understand the lucky bag. I don't understand any of those boxes. I really don't. Like, if I want to try something, I'm going to just Try it. I agree on the Givenchy bronzer. So ridiculous. I'm over it too. It's obnoxious, isn't it? Is it really that they didn't have enough material for the entire US, but they did for the rest of the world? I doubt it. I don't get it. I don't understand. And so they're going to make like a huge splash. They took away our best powder and reformulated it with sparkles. It's kind of sucky. So the heavy hits are coming, guys, and you've got to be ready. I'm calling it the heavy hit season. It is a daily inundation of every single release coming at you, and all of your favorite creators will have their hands on a lot of product. And I think it's really important to watch the people you trust the most, that have the same aesthetic that you have, that value the same things that you like, that can really be honest with you about a product, and not because they're so obsessed. I'm so obsessed. They have to be real. You know who the real people are. You know who the people are that you trust. I don't think it's a 30-second crazy thing to get your attention on TikTok. I think we're kind of beyond that. I think that's entertainment for some people. I think it's just way too much, way too fast, and it gives me a headache. I enjoy listening to people's videos. I love podcasts. I'm going to listen tonight to the one that they just did with Mary Phillips on Los Angeles. They interviewed her. I want to hear about her because she's got some really interesting products that are coming out. I'm kind of excited to learn. And I feel like in an instance like Mary Phillips, it was so authentic that she would come out with an underpainting system because she is famous for that. She does red carpets for all kinds of stars using her a certain technique. And her whole life, I'm sure she's had to piecemeal things together to create her underpainting look. And for her to come out with that is a really natural iteration, I think, of somebody's brand happening. Like Makeup by Mario, another makeup artist. These are things that are so natural, but like having a star come out with a celebrity line all the time isn't always going to be a win in the same way. It's like when you've worked towards something, you get a reward. If I drop my phone anymore, it's just gonna not happen. Write down all of your favorite brands and what they had last year. I'm going to have a list for you. I'm going to put it together of what the big boys put out and girls put out last year. And we're going to look at it and we're going to figure out if any of it stayed with us or if most of it got buried, because we're going into this with new eyes and an economy that is scarier than it was last year. And I think we are a year smarter. I think we are smarter consumers. They may be throwing more at us, but we're not fooled by as much anymore. There are some little, games that they're playing with us that I think we have to call them out rather than get played. Does that make sense? May I ask everyone's favorite bronzer at the moment of all time? Ooh, yes, you may. Let's figure it out. Favorite bronzer of all time. Does it have to be available now? Because that would matter. I love the Jo Malone and Diptyque advent calendars, and I would love to get a girl on one, but I can't here. I don't understand why these places don't ship everywhere. It's crazy. Did I get the Mary Phillips palette? I ordered it. I saw her lippies are delayed now too. I saw that also. Yes, I bought her palette and her brush. I'm dying to try it. I'm excited to report back. I'll do a demo. Everybody can wait because it's a permanent product. We're going to slow the roll. That's what we're going to be about now. Slow the roll. Cicely is your favorite bronzer of all time? Can we do powder and then cream? Can we have more than one bronzer? I gotta look. This is hard. This is a hard question. I might go with Gucci. Number one, if you leave it open long enough so it doesn't have a scent anymore, like mine. It was the first rosy bronzer that didn't turn orange on me, and the packaging is so beyond beautiful. I love it. I really like the reformulated Chanel Beige Bronzing Cream. Oh, I do too. I also really like the Laura Mercier one that just came out with the Duo and the Westman Atelier Liquid Bronzer. I didn't buy that one. I'll tell you another one that I really like is this giant Armani thing that's going to last me for the end of time. In the deepest color because it has the right undertone. This is 120. It doesn't have to be dark. I'm just doing it dark so you can see it. Oh, love this. Oh, and then, guys, if we're talking of all time, Tara. How many of you have Tara? I bet a lot of you. Some of you have the big Tara. Some of you have the smaller Tara. But this was like, I feel like the first viral bronzer that was, big time expensive and wasn't orange and just had like the aesthetic that everybody was looking for. Powder bronzer, Gucci and Fair. Good night, everyone. Hi, bye, Raz. Maybe Gucci powder. I love the makeup by Mario. Oh, me too. It's so natural, the face sculpt one. Oh, I love it. But I didn't like the powder one. Cream bronzer. I really like a lot of them, but Rare Beauty. I'm gonna go with Phytosurgeons. I can't even find it. It's in the other drawer, but they make the best bronzer. I love. Thanks, Molly. Thanks, everyone. Do you all still love the Hermes? And Michelle, are you still loving the Farrah Hamidi minus price and amount? I am not loving the Farrah Hamidi. It hard panned, and I hit pan in a week. And I think the formula got weird with use. Like every time you went to go, you had to kind of scratch off the hard pan. It didn't work out for me. The color was great. The amount of product that we got was sad. The money, I think, was crazy. And I think it was a lot of hype. I like the fact that she had the undertone that people like me are looking for, but it was not the ultimate. And I never bought the Hermes because I thought it was too warm. There's one that I would try that's like one of the deeper ones, but I never bought the Hermes one. The Terra bronzer is lovely. And so, oh my God, the Marc Jacobs one. Could he please start soon? Because I miss his eyeliners. Well, his gel eyeliners, you guys, were the best. I haven't loved so many bronzers. I know. It's like a weakness. You know what else I love? Is the deepest meteorite. As a bronzer, which clearly I need right now, so I'll just put some on for fun. This, for person that's not melanated, is the most beautiful, luminous bronze that I can think of that can just, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love the color. I love the finish. I love the way it makes me look luminous. And even though it's not a bronzer, it's one of my favorite bronzers. I love it. It's just like I feel 100 times better now. I think blushes are my weakness. I think that I go in phases where, you know, it'll be a whole bunch of lip products, and then all of a sudden I'll do like a whole bunch of blushes. I'll be like, oh my God, I have too many blushes. I better buy lip glosses. And that's how I do it. Did you try the Scotch tape trick, Molly? Did you? I don't think it's going to work on me. I've got too many things going. The FH bronzer looks exactly like the Lotus blush from Chantecaille. Wow. Does it? I got to pull it out. Blushes are definitely mine too, Maria. I mean, can you ever have enough blush? I don't know. But I think eyeshadow also is a lot. I will say that my smartest purchase that upped me. I'm picking all of them up. This is the one that I feel is worth the $42. You get a silver and a gold shimmer. They are magnificent. You don't have to go this heavy. Like, I also like to just lightly dip, and you can get just a slight catching of the light, or you can go insane and go disco dancing. But having a silver and a gold shimmer like this to top off any eyeshadow, like if you use this in conjunction with any of those new Chanel eyeshadows that you're disappointed in, this will change it. This will be like the difference. Scotch tape does work. I think the size of it for the price is pretty nuts, though. You mean like for hard pan? Are we talking about hard pan, or are we talking about putting Scotch tape up over here and making a thing? Because I know Scotch tape does work with hard pan. Agreed, Molly. I agree with the PT Sparkly Duo. It's pretty epic. The refills are much less. That's true. I just think we have to start being smart. Like, make the things that you can't return work for you. And remember when you get played. So I just want people to be aware you're going to see a ton of sales. They're going to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. They want to get rid of it. It's going to Marshall's. It's going to TJ Maxx. They are liquidating. They are going into Black Friday is literally called Black Friday because that is the day when most stores make money for the first time in the year. That is when they break the even and they make their money. So understand that you're going to get bombarded all of September, all of October. They're going to be dangling the holiday stuff in front of you while you're buying the fall. And then as soon as November starts, everybody will have a sale before Sephora. You know, everybody's got to get in there with their brand sales before Sephora. So you'll get bigger discounts online at the retailer that is selling at Sephora. So on their own website. Plus, every department store will have 15% off. It will be at Bergdorf Goodman. It will be at Saks. It will be at Neiman's. It will be at Nordstrom. They all will have a sale. They also price match at a lot of retailers. If you show on your phone that these brands are on sale at Nordstrom, Neiman Marcus is going to say, that's fine, we'll match it for you. Nordstrom does the same thing. If you show them that there's a sale, you can get price matched. So that kind of like gives you even more options. Sorry, I have to eat ice cube. We're going to get bombarded. We're going to make a list. We are not going to go into like these tailspins of fake scarcity anymore. We're going to call it out when it's happening. They want to sell you the product. They don't want to have not enough. Michelle, what shade of the Giant Armani bronzer? I can never decide. So mine is 120. Did I put it back? This is the deepest. Each of them has a different undertone, and it just really depends on what the undertone is of your skin. This one worked the best for me, and I really do love this one. I literally have to that much on, and it's just the right shade for me because it's just got that perfect amount of red that just works. I mean, I'll be able to pass this down to like my grandchildren's grandchildren is how long I'll probably have this. And funny enough, the bronzer of all time that I still have over there was also Armani. Some people don't like this because it has not on the skin looking shimmery, but you can see a little bit in the formula when you look at it. The Hermes Sahara is nice on fair skin. I'm going to have to look at that because the one that they had that was the lightest was very orange looking, and I just had a problem with the price and really putting it up. Put up a link, Michelle, and I'll join your live stream. Okay. Did you get it? Tell me if you got it. Did you happen to get the new shade of the YSL blush in Rosy Taupe? Not yet. I couldn't tell if it was warm. I want to see it in real life. Maria, are you coming? Is this what you meant by the link? I don't know. I think that's what I do. I don't know, guys. Should I put it in again? I think Maria and I should make this permanent. We'll let her handle the tech side. Because clearly I'm not good at it. That Armani looks so good on you, but oh, it is a great mirror. I bring this to travel because it's such a great bronzer, but like in a hotel room, this is like delightful because I don't care where you stay, the light is always horrible. And for some reason, I'm getting old and I can't see anything. Is Maria coming? Maria, did I do this wrong or something? Okay, this is what it says. Oh, okay, you're getting your camera. Okay, good. Then I'm gonna blab for a little bit. What else? Oh, if you're the kind of person that really has to plan ahead, then follow somebody who posts all of the new releases. Used to be Amit. I'm sure it will be again. I'm sure that she will get her account back. I really like Makeup on Your Radar too. She does a great job and she does a lot of indie. And I am going to start featuring more indie on my channel because I think it's really important that we support these smaller brands. Because the other day when we saw how many brands owned everything, it gave me pause. Like I had to really sit back and think. I try to shop local. I work at my friend's boutique that's a local boutique. And I think it's really important to shop small. So I'm thinking about things I have to have, like my skincare, like no matter what, those are things that I'm not giving up. I'm thinking about placing an order tonight for the extra Sephora points. Think the Armani skin tint is a good choice. I love it. I love it. And I know you'll love it. It's not Lisa Eldridge because you know how I feel about that, but like it's really thin and lovely with coverage, but not too much. Tempted by the Mary Phillips palette, but seen nobody use it yet because nobody has it yet because she's not in the Sephora stores yet. Hopefully Tuesday I'll have it. I'm going to just say right now, I think if you have a good contour, bronzer, I should say, and a concealer that you like, it's all just in a palette. And it's her technique, I think, that's so neat. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a demo. I'm going to do a demo. Get get the Armani. I know you'll like it. I really do. And if you're doing the thing with the extra points, get the $3 Q-tips from the Sephora collection and you get 4 times points. Oh, Maria's here. Maria.
Hi. Here I am.
She
just for
better.
I'm wearing coral.
You're wearing what?
Coral and brown and coral on my cheeks, just for Heather, because I know she loves it so much.
It looks beautiful. I mean, I look like a train road. I literally have my pajamas on. I'll be really honest. I did put on like a really cute top that I just got from my friend Mindy's store and a new pair of jeans that I just got that I'm in love with. But yeah, it's been a real lazy day over here. It's not Monday, it's Sunday. So
I've just got my old jeans on. I've got a top that I use for my videos and slippers.
Maria, you always look fantastic. I seriously think that you and I should be doing a live together every week.
I know. I just don't know whether I can commit, because sometimes things come up, you know. I just don't know whether I can commit. So
we have to just figure out like when we can overlap time-wise, because the time difference for us is like, I can't even understand that it's Monday where you are.
It's Monday afternoon. It's 2:32 p.m.
It's kind of like when you're young and you watch all the New Year's Eves. It's so fun to watch each time zone.
Yeah.
I usually only make it to like New York because it's just too late for me.
Just bring my screen so I can see the comments and stuff a bit closer, because I'm looking that way all the time. So looking at the camera.
I like coral cheeks. LOL, just not eyes.
Ah, yeah, a bit of coral here. Actually,
it's coral. She does.
It's the tweed palette. It's the tweed palette.
I love that palette.
I love the tweeds. I still reach for them, because today I didn't do any videos, right? So I just like, right, what should I use? Makeup. I go through and decide and rotate through my foundation. So it's Makeup Forever foundation today. Tweed eyeshadow. That La Beige's blush that came out, coral one.
Ooh.
And Chantecaille lip gloss. No lipstick on. I often, this is, you know, my videos, I say that, and so this is what I do usually. It's like nothing, next to nothing on my lips.
In your Chanel videos, you had so many pretty eye looks and lip looks. I was almost like, what is she wearing? Like, you had an orange lip on, like a beautiful, like red, like an orangey red.
That's that fancy Chanel lipstick. What's it called? Something 31, you know, in the glass case.
Oh,
it's one of those ones.
It looks like it was really pretty. It's hard to believe that something is going to be more expensive than that in the makeup space right now.
I prefer an orange lipstick on me more than a red lipstick on me.
For the first time in my entire life, I have a red that I can wear, and I'm going to share it. You talk for 1 second.
I don't know what to talk about. Actually, I'll see if I can find it. I'll grab them. I do love those.
Okay. So Phytosurgeons came out with lip balms. This is literally the only red I've ever worn where I don't feel like I can't wear it.
So I'm just going to move over this way for a second. Hopefully there's nothing weird in my background as I move away.
It's a lip balm called Bright Brine. I've never had a red lip in my life. Never. And this one, it feels fantastic, first of all, and you can blur it. And you don't have to go that dark, but it's just, it's so great for somebody who's afraid of red lipstick to find a red lip that they can wear.
What coral blush are you wearing? The beige one that came out with that collection a little while ago. There was a pink one and a coral one, and this one is called, I haven't got, Reset. And these aren't the balms that are that emollient formula. These are proper blushes, so they're quite matte, I suppose. Yeah, they're more matte. Well, a velvet matte, I suppose you describe them as. So it's really pretty. Really pretty.
I'll show you the difference because they're sitting right here. This one is a blush. What number do you have on? Is it number 23?
This. No, it's just called a number. It's called Reset. I mean, a name. It's called Reset.
Oh, okay. Because they have the Balm Essentials, and then they have an actual blush in the stick form.
Yes, so this is the blush, not the Balm Essential. Yeah. And they came out with the pink and this one. And I wear them both, and I really, really like them.
I really like
I don't
all
wear red
of those
lips,
sticks.
and I only have one during a dance competition as a teen, and it matched my little Red Riding Hood dance costume. We had to have red toes and nails too. I put a red on, and I sort of quite like it, but then I just take it off. I don't know. It doesn't last. You got to sort of, to keep it perfect. It's quite hard, I think.
This is the first time that I've ever had a lip that was even in like the red family. And this is a lip balm. It's so easy to wear. I don't feel like my lips are entering the room before me. I don't know. I've always been such an eyeshadow person, and a nude lip. Do you guys, which camp are you in? Lip, big lips, or big eyeshadow? If you had to pick one to be the star of the show.
Well, I do. So if I go do a bold eye look, it's a light lip.
Yep.
And then a bold lip, light eye look.
Yep.
If I do both, I need a stage name.
I was going to say it would be Halloween. All right. I just want everybody to be ready for the big hits that are coming. But I also want to say something. Today, if you had a chance to go on Rebecca's channel, Not Fit for Print Beauty, she is probably on her way back right now from taking her daughter to college, her baby to college. So she is officially going to be an empty nester. But her video today is all about, I have a hair, sorry. It's all about affiliate links and codes, and I want to talk a little bit about it. She demystifies the whole thing, so it's really a good video to watch. She is an editor, and she Real Deal was an editor, and they used to send so much product to her that she would have to like give it all away. And you know, now she explained how people get PR, who gets PR, you know, what is it about. She talks about it. The one thing that I can say that's really important is if you have creators that you love, like Maria, and you trust them and they have given themselves to you for the whole year, when you are doing your buying, it costs absolutely no extra money to buy through somebody's link. And she also explains that, like, if you put in something with Maria and then something with another person that you like and then another person, the last one that you put in gets the whole pot. It's not like it gets split up.
Yeah.
So she kind of explains like how it works.
Yes, I saw that video. It was good.
It was a really good video. And I think she said it's bringing up a lot of questions. She might need to do a follow-up video. But I just think it's really important to shop through the links with the people that you trust and give them that little tiny little kick that they would get, because otherwise the company gets all the money, and
Yeah,
it is like
yeah.
we are at a makeup counter working on commission. That is, she gives like the analogy. And I'm not saying who to do it for or whatever, but I am saying if you have creators that you love, show it by shopping their links. Truly. Do we get to see your sheep?
They're not in the house, Michelle.
I know. We're going to have to figure out, like, you can get your phone and we can, like, take a walk with you one day. Do you have any pictures of them?
Yes, I do. So, because we had to get a fencer, although now he can't make it on time. So, because they have to go into a paddock with some more grass. And anyway, Tony did some temporary fencing in the paddock next door, and where the grass is really long and everything. So they went in there yesterday for a little look around. I got a little video of them. There's, if I just pause it, wait a minute, if we go back, let me see. All right, here we go. So let me turn this down. So that's Bertha.
I want one.
And the little one behind her, it's either, I can't tell. I'd have to see the front of them, but it's either Matilda or Georgiana. And in but one of the brown boys, Charlie, he's the funniest. He's just so funny. If I go down, he'll start bleating, and he'll start. If I go, then when I go in the paddock, he'll hop up and jump round and kick out his legs and gets all happy. Funny, eh? I didn't think sheeps had personalities like that, but they do.
That's so nice. I love it. I'm jealous. I find the Lisa Eldridge Don't Move Velvet Ribbon, the gloss. She has she built an entire makeup line starting with one velvet ribbon lipstick, one red matte lipstick that didn't dry you out completely. And she built her brand on that. I love her.
Where did you all learn to do your eyeshadow? I have deep set eyes and I just can't. I learned, well, I've done it. I've learned to do it better from YouTube.
Definitely.
The
makeup
and you just
artists
sort of take some from some people, some from others, and you'll find something that works, right? Because about 7 years ago, I was like, I want to do like a really smoky eye for going out to dinner. And I thought, YouTube might have that, because I didn't know then, And I looked in and Wayne Goss's came up, and I followed it, and it was. And I did the smoky eye. I was like, holy heck, I can do that.
His instructional videos that he used to do were really good.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And they're the kind of thing that Lisa Eldridge is the same way. You can go back 10 years of videos. They're all based on makeup and not selling product. You know what I mean?
He commented on one of my videos this year. I don't know which video it was now.
Did he really?
Yeah.
You're hot stuff. That's awesome. I like that.
Funny, eh?
I like that a lot. I've had to relearn how to do my eyeshadow because I have a hooded eye and I have to make a crease. I'd be happy to show you if you have deep set eyes like me.
I haven't had Botox for like 10 months. Everything's starting to head south.
Well, my Botox is weird right now because I have to go and get my Botox done. I get Botox for migraine headaches, and she like ruins my Botox with the Botox, and then I have to go and get it fixed, and I haven't done that yet.
Yeah. I just can't. It's just a matter of just getting it. I sort of can't be bothered.
I would have no clue though.
But I do need to go and get it done because everything's starting to. And I have one eye that's lower than the other, and
So do I.
do
you sleep on one side?
Yeah, but it's not just that. Before I was a lawyer, I was a police officer, and I did a lot of driving, and so that's that side as well. So it's sun from the side you drive too, apparently.
And it's backwards for us. Do you see which side she's showing you guys?
Yes, that's my right side. So yeah.
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 Yep.
And I still used to wear all makeup, even when I was a cop,
Did you always love it? Because I always loved it.
Yeah, I've worn makeup since I've been. It's not like I think in the States they tend to start. Well, we used to think that they start quite young. I was probably more 15, I suppose. But ever since then, I've always worn it, and I wear it like I'm not going out today. I often don't go out, and I still put my makeup on. I always do. I love it. I love the transformation. It always surprises me.
To do your makeup like in the morning?
What's that?
How much time do you take to put on makeup in the morning?
Probably half an hour. I used to, before I knew all these different things, years ago, it would take me 10 minutes because I never used to use bronzers and powders and and all those things. I just never used them.
You guys make it look so easy.
Yeah. But I mean, then there's people that are that next level, right? But then there's some makeup artists. Obviously, I'm not going to say who I think or anything like that. Some are really amazing. Some I don't think are that great. Some I think they talk about this laugh on all skin and they've got no concept of what oily skin is like to live with.
Yep. So
I've come to the conclusion that makeup artists are like lawyers, doctors, accountants, whatever. There's some really amazing ones and there's some really crap ones. So,
and they all have like a certain aesthetic.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. But I've seen quite a few different makeup artists now saying, and they might do makeup for lots of people on shoots and things like that and say, this even works on oily skin. Well, hang on a minute. Yeah. You're doing a photo shoot. You just done the makeup. Then they do the photo shoot. That's not wearing it all day with oily skin. And there's a difference, so they don't know it, oily skin.
Right. And then there's those of us who dry up and shrivel up and, it's the same thing. I'll show you really fast what I like. If I'm in a hurry to get out of the house, I'm just using this because it's sitting here. It's just.
What's it like? What are those like, those quads?
Oh, I like them a lot. The quality is amazing. My favorite one is the all matte, but it's not sitting here. Oh, must be in the other basket. This one is called the Modernist, and it's actually really pretty, like plummy tones. And they told me that you're never going to get a really sparkly shadow from them because they have the little pots, the little, what are they called? They have the sparkly eyeshadow. I always look at it and there's usually like a deepest color, a middle, and like a lightest color, and then some kind of like a shimmer.
Yeah.
So I start with the middle if I'm in a hurry. I kind of tap off. And I look straight ahead because I have to see where my brow bone is. And I have to start blending to kind of create a different crease. Because if I went all the way where my real crease is, you wouldn't see it. So you gotta have to kind of relax your eye and look into a mirror. And I just do like this to get a shadow where it comes out.
Yeah, and mine could probably go up higher. But the thing is that this is how I wear my makeup all the time. This is how I wear it. I don't wear it nearly up to my eyebrows. So I think with my videos, sometimes I take it up a bit higher, but I just like to put on my makeup how I wear it. That's how I'm sort of comfortable with it, and I like it. For me, like that.
You always look beautiful. I think everybody kind of knows what's going to work for them.
Yeah.
And I just kind of go like up and out, and I kind of try to like build a shape.
And I would just start off with a couple of eyeshadows as well, even two, a mid one to deep, whichever you want. A deep you can make lighter once you get practice out at blending out. So a medium one and then a very light one, and then just practice with two. So you can't, and then you can start adding other shades if you want to. But I'd just start with two if you're not, if someone isn't that confident.
Absolutely.
Or even one if you want. And then you can master. I tell you where a few years ago I used to do, I don't do it anymore, that digital colouring. And when you do that colouring in, and when you learn that, you learn all about blending and dimension and all this thing. And I think that helped with me to blend eye makeup and things like that.
Yeah, I think it's really about taking your best features and getting them out there.
Yeah.
For me, it's important to have this look like my crease. So this is always going to be like a shadow for me. My sister had hers done, so she doesn't have any of this anymore. And I'm very tempted.
The thing is, when you look around, because I know people say, I've got hooded eyes, and some people think it's a bad thing. But I tell you, if you have a really good look around, because people say, I'm envious people with eyelid space and all that. Some of the most beautiful women, they're more popular or whatever, or, and well-known, have hooded eyes.
I think you're right. And I think that
they do.
Deep set eyes are not a bad thing at all.
No, they're not. No.
And I think the most important thing that makeup can do is make you feel good.
Yes. Because I've got really light eyelashes and not very long eyelashes. And when I've got no eye makeup on, it's like I've got no eyes. And I always, once I've finished doing my face, it's like, there's my eyes. There they are.
I know what you mean. I've been trying to wear brown mascara. I just, I really like black mascara. I'm going to put brown on right now, but I think mascaras are very personal. It's a personal choice.
Heather, she says that I didn't know that she didn't know that I was a cop or a lawyer. So first of all, I was a typographer. Really? I did that for a few years. Yeah, which is it's in the graphic design field, but I can't draw. It's all about design and fonts and typefaces and things like that. So I did that for a few years, and then I became a cop, and then I became a lawyer.
Wow.
Because I left school when I was 16. I got sick of it.
Did you?
Yeah, I just didn't want to be at school anymore. But then I worked for 2 months and wish I was back at school, I think. You don't realise how hard it is. you know, working all those long hours. And because I worked in a newspaper and it was, you know, pretty full on straight away.
That's not an easy job. Whenever you get mascara all over your face like me, if you use just a spoolie.
I use a cotton bud. What do you guys call them? Not cotton buds. What do you guys call them? Q-tip. So I use a cotton bud, wait till it dries and then fling it away.
Yep, as long as it dries. And this is the new Hourglass brown mascara. This is the only brown that has been like not too warm for me. I found a lot of the brown mascaras to be kind of reddish brown, like an auburny color. This is called espresso, and I think it's a good word for it. And you have to work pretty fast with this formula because it's a tubing one. It's not very forgiving, but you can get great length from these and create really nice volume too if you put eyeliner on. But it's a big change.
I am quite like, I don't like that new Dior mascara that came out. This one, Clumps. I've decided, I've made my final decision on that now. I really like the Jones Road one that I purchased myself. It wasn't gifted. And I absolutely love the Queen Messiah one.
Oh, is that the new one?
Well, it was last year, I think they put it out, but it's a more wet formula. It dries, you know, because it doesn't transfer in that, but you can layer it and it gives volume and length. And mind you, I think mascara is quite a personal thing, right? I absolutely love this. Probably my most favorite mascara, and the Jones Road is what I've got on today. And other people, I had a friend buy the Queen Messiah and she wasn't that fussed on it. So it depends on a lot of things, mascara, I think, if you're used to that brush size, if you're used to that formula, because you get used to a certain way of putting on mascara as well, I think, you know, depending on what the brush is like, and that can make a big difference as well. Yeah.
And then it's also like, how long has it been open? You know, because the consistency of it gets better to me. Like when you're like 2 weeks in, it's like, ooh, I'm in my prime with this mascara. And then you finally get to a point where you're like, I need a new one. I need a new one. It's just.
Well, I've got a few open. I've got the Dior one open at the moment that I'll probably check out. I've got the Prada one at the moment. I always have them open at the same time. I've got Jones Road. I've got Queen Messiah. And I've got the Lancome. Is it the Flutter?
Yeah, this one.
I don't know whether I like this.
You don't like it?
Well, I don't know. I like to give it a few goes before I decide.
I'm just going to do it on the tips right here.
I thought it transferred on me a bit. It's often in the afternoon because I get up early, like at 5:30 in the morning. I don't get to bed like midnight. So often I have a nana nap in the afternoon for an hour. And so anyway, and then the day that I wore that Lancome mascara, I thought it transferred a bit, but I'll give it another go. I'll give it a few more goes and see what it's like. But
yeah,
Mariah, like I said, I think it's a personal thing. I really do.
Time and hear about you being a cop. I'm dying. Michelle, I was thinking of getting that palette of the Fabulous Mattes. I think they're really nice, but there's a palette from Chanel that is the best one for me. It's Claire Obscure. I think it's called.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got that. Is that the all matte one?
I'll show it to you, Maya. You can look at it because they're around the same price now.
I'll show you a Chanel palette.
Okay.
It's not
I feel like you always end up with a subtle look even when you use a few shades. Maria does a very beautiful makeup. You guys, I'm going to have to excuse myself for 1 second while Maria talks.
So this is, I bought it from a couple of years ago off Tavia and on Instagram, and I haven't used it yet because because I'm weird like that. And but I need to. So it's one of their, is it a 9 shadow pan? Anyway, it's still got the pouch and everything. I've maybe opened it once because I get strange like that when I with makeup. I've even still got the cover on it. This is what Chanel need to come out with again. This is what they, so I'll turn the light off and I'll show you. Okay, so this is what they need to have. Things like this. Not necessarily has to be this color story, but this is what they need to come out with. And I don't know why they haven't done this for years. But this is gorgeous. But mind you, I'd hate to think what the price of this would be now. I don't know what the name of this one was. It came out quite a long time ago, didn't it? Quite a few years ago. But let me see. What does it say on the packet? Le Beige Natural Eyeshadow Collection. Les Indispensable Natural Eyeshadow Collection. That's what it's called. Oops, that's my phone. Oh no. Thought that was my phone. That's such a pretty palette with more shade choices. Haven't seen those in a long time. I know, wouldn't it be great if they did? But I don't even know what price would they make this now. I don't know. But it's just sitting there in my collection. I actually need to use it. I'll put it on my table. I'll do a video tomorrow. But I might do it for just when I'm doing my own makeup this week. And what else? I picked up a Dior palette this week, which I haven't. I'm going to do a video on. I haven't looked at it yet. It's not one of those from the Shocking Pink collection. It's the Misty Iris. So it's this one.
Oh, that's pretty.
Did you see, Michelle, which palette that I showed before?
Which one? Ooh.
They didn't do it. It's from years ago, right?
Yeah.
And I got this about 3 years ago from Tavia. And I've never used it.
Never?
I don't want to because I'm strange. But I need to. So I'll just turn the light down.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that.
That is gorgeous. Okay. Yeah. Everybody on here, this is my little clue that I'm going to say, but I'm not going to say more. I got to figure out how I'm going to say this. I'm going to say save a little money because there's something coming that you're going to really think is neat.
Is neat.
Yes. And different and cool and kind of like very awesome. And you're going to lose your mind and just budget a little, put a little money aside and just keep it there for a minute. I can't say more, but I can say there's something coming that you will want. Yeah, that's it.
And also, I've seen, since we're giving out little, which I'll put, Victoria Beckham Beauty is coming out with a foundation.
Molly said, never used it as the story of our lives. That's the story that we're changing.
I know, but I don't because I'm weird. I'm like, that's just so pretty and hard to get that I don't want to use it, and it's just going to sit there.
How about when the embossing is just so beautiful and you can't even like bring yourself to touch it because you just want to
I know.
save the prettiness?
Yeah.
They kill us with that. Oh wow, I want
Oh,
a
yeah. Okay.
foundation
So what I know
from
so far
VBB.
about the
So
VBB
do
one,
I. I want a foundation from VBB.
well, I'm really sad about it because it's an oil-based one.
She's coming out with a foundation?
Hmm. Yeah.
When?
And it's oil-based.
How do you know? How did I miss this? When did you guys find this out?
Because I'm in a group chat that I've been in for years of these women that just love makeup. They're not other creators. They're just women that love makeup, and one of them gets access to things sometimes.
Is that her next launch?
I think so.
Oh my, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I think so.
I just put on her
But it's
concealer
not going
and
to suit my skin, right?
if it's oil based and you do the right skin prep, do you think you can use it? Are there certain primers that you can use? Maybe not in
Well,
the summer, but
maybe if I powdered my face first, which I've never done, but that's a secret apparently to getting. It's going to be apparently. Look, I don't know, but apparently it's going to be $110 US.
I believe it.
It's an oil-based skin tint. Lightweight oil and deeply moisturizes, leaving a dewy, facial, fresh, skin-like finish. Light to medium coverage, available in 19 shades.
Do you have a launch date?
No. So, I mean, it may not be till early next year or something, but
Wow.
I mean, a lot
That
of people are
makes
going
me
to
very
love it, but
excited.
I don't want to spend $110 US on something that's not going to work for me, you know?
Does it have the Augustina spotter?
Yes.
I have not had to buy her primer in the new form yet because I'm still working through some of these bottles, but her primer, the original.
Yeah, she's just asking, do you guys like her water blush? I never got it. I went to put an order. I wanted to get that artist palette, so I've got something to put my foundations on instead of the back of my hand. I thought I've always wanted one. She was offering it if you spent over this. I thought, right, I'm going to pick up a water blush. And every time I went to go check out, it was over a certain amount. They were still charging me for that palette. So I
saw
gave
the
up.
same
I
thing.
just went
It
out.
kept saying it was $50. Why?
Yeah.
I missed it.
So I didn't in the end. Do you have oily skin, Maria? Oh, yes.
You know what, Maria? Better than a silver one are these clear ones that you can get on Amazon. Because you, like, if you have to mix something, you can hold it up and see through, to your face to get the right
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah.
Because if you like want to mix stuff, you can. I like these see-through ones.
So yes, I have the oily skin, and at the moment, like I say in my videos, it's winter here at the moment, right? So my skin is still oily, but not as oily as it is in summer. But once it starts warming up in another couple of months, yeah, I mean, I start getting very oily. I made that comment earlier on. I said, otherwise I'll look like a glazed donut, with things, and I do. I mean, there are things I can do to mitigate it to a degree, but really, that's why when I was 28 years old when Estee Lauder came out with that double wear liquid foundation, that was a game changer for people with oily skin.
Wow.
I was a cop then, and I put that. It didn't have to powder. I never used powder then anyway, but you certainly didn't have to powder that. And I could work all day. It lasted all day. It was a game changer, that foundation.
Double wear.
Yeah.
Maria and her connections. I know. I'm like, I want to be on this group chat. The price lines up with the price of her concealer. I do love her concealer. The thing that kills me
Yes.
every month is I love her eyebrow. It
Yes.
lasts for like 5 minutes. I mean,
Yeah, I've just run out of it as well because I wanted to get that. When I thought I'll get that artist palette, that palette, I'll get this,
that's what
I'll
I
get the water
thought.
blush.
I know. I think I might write a letter to them explaining that because I mean, I order a lot from her. I love
But
her
the
stuff.
concealer pen is beautiful. I think it's not like a
I agree.
heavy coverage or anything, but it is, and I prefer that anyway, even under my eyes, and it is beautiful because I really think, especially as you get older, and I know this people say, well, there's no rules, you can do what you want. Well, of course you can, but I do think, for me, I think as you get older, less is more with makeup. I do think that.
I agree.
I think
I
it's
look
less
better
aging.
with less makeup,
Yeah.
but not none.
No, not none. But what I don't think, more is more when it comes to colouring your hair as you get older.
I agree. Less is more, but if I have my under eyes covered and I draw the line at not having eyebrows. Like I will not leave the house if I haven't at least taken my 90s eyebrows and brought them to 2025.
I never did the 90s eyebrows thing, but one thing I've always done since I was like 16, and then I used to use an eyeliner, a brown one, and that is brush my eyebrows and colour them. Ever since I've been like
Really?
16. Yeah, I don't know why. That's one thing I've always done. Because if your eyebrows are brushed up, it changes you. That can make or break an eye look as well. I mean, I know mine, God, they're not even like sisters, they're not even cousins at the moment, but
Yep.
it can make a big difference, as long as, even if they're just brushed up and they're tidy, it can make a huge difference.
I've like thought about doing, some of the semi-permanent, and I'm just too scared.
Well, I mean, yeah, the semi-permanent I think, unless you get someone very skilled at doing stuff like that too, your eyebrows can look quite severe, and I don't think that's a nice look either. I think it's just quite nice if they're coloured and they can brush them up, and then they keep that softness sort of still. I don't know. I think things can start looking a little severe sometimes. Different when you're younger.
They really change your whole face.
They do. Yeah, they frame your whole face. They do.
Maria, Molly's asking, do you have oily skin?
Yeah, I answered that before. Yes, I do. Yeah. And I used to hate it when I was young. Hated it. But now I've come to appreciate it.
It looks a lot better than my dried out, shrivelly skin. I always get my VBB new release info from Maria's YouTube message board. Hey, that's cool.
Oh, my community page. Yeah.
Use her links. Oh, that's why you look so young and dewy. Dry skin ages so much faster. I agree, Mal.
Well, maybe it is because up until actually it's 2 years next month, I smoked like a train since the age of 15.
I was a smoker.
And I was smoking 2 packs a day up until 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I love them, and I still love it. I mean, I don't smoke anymore. I never thought I could give up, ever. But I did, and it was because it was price here too. It was getting it's more than, I think it's $52 a packet here now for a packet of 20.
What I remember in high school paying $1 at the gas station.
I remember paying $2.15 when I was young, and that was cheap even then. You could buy a whole bunch of them if you wanted to. So I started when I think I had my first smoke when I was 10, a puff, and then another puff at 12, and then I started at 15. I think I was 15 or 16, and then smoking 2 packs a day. I loved it. I loved it too. I loved with a coffee, so and it's it's a nice thing. But
when I got pregnant with Ryan, I took a pregnancy test. I peed on a stick, and we were living in a a house that was over 100 years old then. It was such a cool house. And we had a little widow's walk that you could walk on outside upstairs in the back.
Yeah.
And my husband and I walked outside and had a cigarette, and we saw that I was pregnant, and that was it. I was done.
Well, I won't tell you that what I did while I was pregnant. So we won't worry about that. So I'm still smart.
Then we had some friends over after I had been done nursing, and I was like, I'm just going to have one. Okay, I'll just have one. It wasn't just one. It was that's a hard one. Being addicted to anything is hard.
Yeah. I mean, I hardly ever, not because I'm against it, but it's just not a thing that I reach for, is alcohol, like maybe once a year, or if I go on holiday, and that's it. So I don't hardly ever drink. I used to probably more when I was younger, but no, it's just not a thing that I really like. But one thing I am addicted to, when I go up smoking, I went on patches and gum, and I stopped the patches after about 7 or 8 weeks, but I'm still chewing the gum.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah. Gosh, it sure didn't age you. I think we need to have Maria's story time, telling us about all of your adventures.
People will it'll put them off me if I tell them too much about me.
Oh, maybe a little. Oh, and I use her links. Yay! This has been so fun. Thanks, girls. Hey, if you ever want to do like a FaceTime with me and do eyeshadow like one-on-one with me, I'm in. Just give me a time and place, and we can play with eyeshadow and figure out something that you feel good with. I love your doggy, by the way. Molly had her grand dogs this weekend. She had 16 little legs in her house. She had the 2 corgis, which are both of her kids got puppies, and she has a puppy and a dog. So she had four dogs this week, and that she was taking care of, so her kids could go to a concert with their girlfriends. I love that. You guys, I am gonna eat some dinner because it's 10:18 where I am p.m. and Maria probably has to start her day. But I would like to know if everyone thinks that Maria and I should have like a permanent time together.
Yeah, I mean, even maybe if it's once a month. I don't think I can commit to every week.
Yes, I would love a one-on-one. Okay, DM me and we'll figure it out for tomorrow. I'm around. I have to do a little bit of stuff at the boutique because we're closed on Mondays, and to get ready, we need to film some videos of my best friend modeling her clothes from her store. If anybody wants to go on it, it's called Peyton Rose. I'll put the spelling of it in the chat.
I've looked at that shop. Not that they've probably seen stuff here, but I there's a lot of nice things in there.
She does a great job shopping at reasonable prices. And Maria, you know, I will send anything to you. I'm ordering you the Fervor blush so that you can have the Tom Ford color. Take a look at the Phytosurgeon's website, because I'm placing an order this week because Canada is going to be charged a huge tariff.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be ridiculous. So I'm making a big order. So take a look at his makeup and tell me what you'd like to try, because I'm going to send you a little care package. Wild dog days over here, and that's a lot. It was definitely a lot. That's the website if anybody wants to look. We'll ship anywhere in the US she just does it. He's my soul dog. He just turned 12, and he's my service dog. His name is Jonas, hence my screen name. Oh.
If she loves dogs, did you see, it was 2 years ago now, remember when my Newfoundland Solomon died and I put up that video? I think it's called
cried.
Goodbye Night Star or Night Star. Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. But anyway, there's a video there, and it's only 2 or 3 minutes long. But a lot of people told me they cry when they watch it, so maybe you shouldn't.
I did. I cried. Everybody has, like, that one dog in their life that gets them the most, and mine was my Beau, and we had to put him to sleep because he was so sick. We tried really hard to get him well. And the dog that we have now is my husband's soul dog. So we need another one. I need another one too.
We've got the Bloodhound, Patriot, and then we've got another. So I've got another newfie as well, Reuben.
Oh, I know you do. I love how many animals you have. Yes, Maria, I had a newfie too.
And my husband's gone away for a few days. He's got a trial in another city, and so I've got to another half an hour or so. I've got to go and sort the dogs and go to the sheep and sort them.
And he just got sick, and you had to do everything then too. It's a lot of work.
It's not too bad. I sort of have a sort of a routine going. Although when Tony's here, he does certain things as well. But yeah, you sort of get into a rhythm, like he does this and I do that. But then when he's away, I just have a certain way so it's not too chaotic.
Yeah. But we all love dogs here.
I love cats
and
too.
You know what? I can't trust somebody that doesn't love dogs. To me, they're just the best.
I love cats. Dogs are quite needy, whereas cats are just like, you're going to love me because I'm fabulous. That's what cats are like.
Cats have an attitude.
Yeah, they do, which I quite like. Yeah. You got to work for their love,
I know. Maria, we want to hear more stories about you being a cop and a lawyer. And now you're so many things. Like it's incredible. I mean, I was a teacher for so many years, and I worked in the city with kids that most of them, their parents came to this country for a better life. And I was a reading specialist and literacy specialist, and I taught university level classes. I did pre-service teachers. I had worked with the teachers that were going to lose their jobs that were on remediation. I taught some classes, I wrote curriculum, and I did some like staff development work, but it was always as a teacher. Everything that I did was a teacher. You have so many different things that are amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to be a cop, so I did this other job being a typographer until I could go in the police, which I did, which was young, and then I did that for 10 years, and then I went to law school. So my son was he 2 when I went to law school? Something like that. So he was a toddler when I went to law school.
That's amazing. I don't know how you could do both.
Neither do I when I look back, but I used to, just because there's copious amounts of reading in law school. It's insane. And I used to just sit in the lounge at night in front of the TV and at night, so I'd done all my things. And I'm the type of person that everything around me has to be organised and done and tidy around me before I can sit and do anything. So then at night I'd sit in front of the TV and have the book on the chair and just go through and be reading stuff,
It's so much. My son just took the LSAT, which is what they have to take before law school here.
Oh, yeah.
And he took it like last week. So he's going to be taking it a couple times just to see, like, he got tutored all summer for it. And we have tons of lawyers in my family and tons of teachers. It's just so weird, but he's gonna follow in the footsteps of his grandpa and be a lawyer.
Yeah, well, my husband was a cop too, and then he became a lawyer. So he's
It's so interesting. I would be so scared to be a cop.
And my son's a cop now.
Really?
Mm.
Does he live close by?
Yes, fairly close by. Yep.
My sister and
And
I
he's
are the
had to
only
deal
kids
with
in my
far
family.
more in a short, because he's been doing it a year, just over a year, and he's had to deal with so much more than I did in 10 years.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it's getting insane out there now. Yeah.
The state of the world right now is not my favorite. Molly and I talk a lot about how we are very, very glad that we grew up when we did and that things were slower. And we're glad that social media didn't exist because we would have done some things on film that would not
Yes.
go over well.
No, that's right. I mean, and it is, especially I suppose now because I do the channel, I've got Instagram and all that, but you got to make an effort not just to put it to one side, because what I tend to do, get up in the morning, I get up really early, I make my coffee, pick up my phone and start looking. It's not a good habit to have, really.
Yeah. It's kind of overwhelming.
It can be. Sometimes you just need to just be still, just no outside noise. And
I've been doing that with my LED mask, that 10 minutes.
yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I just zone out. Like I close my eyes, I like lay down and I take the 10 minutes and I feel like, I don't know, better.
But in saying that, I can be as busy or anything. I just sleep whenever I sleep. Like nothing wakes me. I sleep and go to sleep in 30 seconds. I'm sleep like a baby all the time.
I used to be able to go to sleep and not wake up at all. And since menopause, my sleep is so not
so
great.
annoying when you've got to go up to go to the loo. And especially, it's not so bad if you just gone to bed, it's been, say, a couple of hours, it's maybe once a night. Sometimes I don't have to, it depends. So, but if for some reason it's a couple of hours after you've just gone to bed, it's like, yes, that's okay, because it's 1 or 2 in the morning and it's ages till you've got to get up. But if it's because I get up early, like 5:30, so if I wake and I go to the loo, it's like 4 o'clock, I'm like, oh God, I've got to get up again in about an hour, and that's depressing. So,
I know. It can make you crazy. Phones and internet has changed us forever. Definitely need quiet times. Digital diet.
yeah.
I do not watch any news on the weekend, period. That I can't
We
do
don't
it.
watch the news as much as we used to. We do every now and then, maybe a couple of times a week or something. Or if I do, because it's streamed, so might watch the first 5 minutes and then I just go straight through to the end when normally they have the weather forecast. That's it. Then I get out of it and go to something else.
Bad enough. Talk to me
Yeah.
in a couple months when it's dark here at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I can't stand it.
Well, the other thing I did here, because on my phone I had for the different news app websites we've got, you have the notifications. I've turned all those off.
Me
You're
too.
forever bombarded with news
I don't
then if you
wanna
have
see it.
notifications on. Mm.
Yep. And I'm really careful about what I choose to watch on Instagram, because if you accidentally, say that you're looking for, a new eyeshadow brush, you are fed that for so long. I don't want any of the news coming through on social media. That's not where I want to get my news. I just want to have dogs and makeup is fine.
Yes.
I can handle dogs and makeup.
Yes. Oh, actually, I'll send you a funny video. Molly will like it too, so you can forward it to Molly. It's just a cutesy video, but you'll like
I
it.
want to see it. This has been really nice, you guys. I am going to say goodnight, and I'm going to tell Maria to have the best day. She's starting her day, and we're all going to go to sleep. And I'll see everybody on Tuesday. Hopefully Maria will be there. We're going to talk about my experience with Rode and maybe some Suku. I'm trying to do the Suku as a video, but we'll see what happens. Everyone have sweet dreams tonight. Sending so much love out to everybody. Such a great time. Thanks, ladies.
Bye, Molly.
Love you all. Maria, thanks for jumping on again. Love
You're
it.
welcome. Okay.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.